Hi there Transform fans, this is Kidsmanflap1313 bringing you another video review, and this time I've got for you the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Deluxe Wheeljack, and this guy, wow, this figure is really good. Obviously there's a few things which I'll go through that aren't 100% there, but this figure is definitely one of my top favourites. You can see underneath, very clear. Obviously there's this thing here, but I'll show you what happens with these. This figure is really accurate, and I really like what they've done with this. The detail, the accuracy, and the overall figure, I really enjoy it, and I think this is probably the top deluxe for Transformers Prime. Don't quote me on that, but I think this definitely comes in as one of the top deluxe, if not the best. Obviously there are a few that we haven't studied yet and had a look at and reviewed, but I might actually be doing some sort of like top 5 countdowns for the different figures that I've done and all that sort of stuff, so you can know how I feel about these. Maybe like the top 5 or top 10 best, and then top 10 well, not worst, like, you know, well, worst, yeah, we'll go with worst, or baddest, or could have done with improvement sort of thing. But anyway, what can this thing do? Well, obviously it stores these swords, which are his signature weapons, under here, and literally you can see there's a hole there, and there is a peg here, and that's how they stay in there. Now, that they can also be displayed in a different place. They can have the purpose of actually going on the side of the figure, so you can peg them on there. And also you can use that peg to your advantage, and as you can see a little notch coming off here, and you can just literally go in there with these, push them into that peg, and then you have sort of like a pronged wheeljack attack. Obviously you never did this in the actual cartoon, but, you know, if you wanted some sort of action thing of him going along and stabbing someone, obviously these aren't sharp blades, but they do have a little bit of a roughness to them at the tip. And they're pretty decent as well, because, you know, they look very much like the blades, and you're not going to be able to see, well, you can sort of see it, there's a sort of writing there, and it is actually Cybertronium, which is a really nice detail, actually. I really enjoy that. So let's just go over the detailing. I love the wheels on this character. I think the wheels are amazing. I like how they actually look like fans. It's really good. I like the colour scheme. I like the car. I'd love a car like this. But no. This has got to be a cartoon car, obviously. But you know, I'm happy with the overall thing. So anyway, transformation. Let's see how this guy transforms. So first things first, obviously you can see this blue screen here, which is a translucent plastic glass. So you can just come up to the top and just wiggle that, and it should just unclick that, so they click together, and that just takes them apart. So just push them up to there. Then grab this column here, and there's this white piece here which will just detach from the leg parts. Just rotate the legs all the way around and down. Make sure they don't get hindered by that. They'll click in nicely. There's a sort of notch peg here which goes into the hole. You can then rotate these up slightly and just put them off to the side, just so they're not getting in the way. So split the front of the vehicle in half. Then grab this piece here, as you can see a split down here. And this is another thing I like, is that this thing actually doesn't look as if it transforms. It looks just like a car. Obviously, you look underneath, it does. But all the lines are very neat, and there's no like huge gaps or holes anywhere that make it like feel as if it's, you know, oh, it's a transformer. So anyway, rotate these round like so, and they'll just stop. So you don't have to worry about where do they stop, they will just stop for you. Rotate the leg like that. Obviously you're thinking, well, no, that's not right. So you lift this up, and then you rotate this. So there's basically a bar thing here, and this thing slides on a joint. You can see the metal thing there, and that's the whole reason how that happens. So you just push it up, rotate it, like so. You can move these shinny, knee, paddy, doodah, whatsits out, and also move the feet out like that. Whether the feet are totally accurate to the cartoon, I'm not 100% sure, but you know, it does the job. I mean, as long as the feet at the bottom look normal, and to be honest, that looks really good. That really does look like the actual character. You can see where we're going now. Lift these arm pieces up, and you just want to move them out slightly. Just make sure they're all the way up, so these pegs are sort of facing straight up. So sort of like that. Rotate this part down, so basically all you're doing is you're grabbing this columned red piece and taking it away from this green piece, rotating it down. You're getting these flaps here and just opening them up, which gives him the spiky look there. Use this white piece and just push on it, and that will flip the whole thing up and push his face up. And then you can just lock all this in place. Just move the arms to where they need to be, and they will then automatically click into place, and that will lock the arms there and the torso there, which is pretty. I'm happy with that, because you know, it's not going to do anything, it's not going to go anywhere or anything like that. So anyway, we're almost there. So just want to pull these arms out like so. Obviously you can see what's going to happen here, and then you want to get this thing here, and you just want to pull the glass and then rotate it and push it in and rotate the arm like that. So you've got that. And then just do the same on the other side. Rotate that. Rotate it around. And then fold it out like that. And then just get him in some sort of action pose. So there's Wheeljack, and possibly one of my favourite Transformers Prime characters in his robot mode. Now, obviously he can utilise these weapons. He can hold them in his hand pretty good, as long as you don't have them in certain positions, because then they will just fall out of his hand. And another feature which I quite like is that if you just turn him round, or just come to the back really. Another thing, look at the backpack, hardly anything, and this looks really good, really accurate. These things are actually part of the actual cartoon model of Wheeljack. Anyway, you can get these, and if I just tilt this up for you, you can get them, and you can actually slide them down these holes, and then you can have them actually stored on his back, which I find is truly amazing. And what is really good about this is if you're doing, I don't know, stop motion or some sort of picture thing, his arms actually can actually be used to sort of look as if he's going to pick the sword up like that. So you can see he's sort of like about to pick it up. Obviously he's not going to 100% be picking it up, but you know, having that pose and maybe him having a sword like that as if he's getting ready to fight looks really good. Now I do have an upgrade set for this guy, which I will be showing after I've done all the reviews for Transformers Prime, sort of like a reward thing, because I've been getting them throughout the years whilst these figures have been coming out. So once we've done that, this guy should be amazing. So you know, you can just fold that down, and then you know, you can have him. I'm quite a fan of actually displaying him, so he has his, you just pop these in his arms, and then you sort of like cross them, because I think in one shot during the cartoon he sort of does that, and I really like that. It looks like a signature move where he just slashes and it just does like the Star Saber, where it does the thing where it fires off that energy beam. But he just looks like he's a really good character. And obviously one thing about him which I'm not 100% liking is that his arms again suffer from the monkey syndrome, which Cliff Jumper's got. But other than that, I mean, if you get him in the right poses, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can push these up into there and have him like that. Obviously, that gives him more articulation. But you know, you can also get him into some pretty good poses as well, because of the feet. You can utilise the strength and sort of have him looking off to the side. Let's have a look. What can we do? There we go. So you could sort of have him doing that. Obviously, it all depends on the feet and whether they're going to stay. Obviously, knocking the thing. Doesn't really do much. But you could see that he looks pretty good in that action shot. And his face actually is covered. It's not an open face mask. I think you can get an upgrade where you can have an open mouth one, which I haven't actually got. Or have I? No, actually I think I do. That's the upgrade I've got, as well as other stuff. But that'll be covered in another review. So anyway guys, I've hoped you enjoyed watching this review of Wheeljack. Please make sure to subscribe for more of these, and there will be reviews from Age of Extinction coming soon when the figures are released, and you know, and I will be doing a competition, so stick around for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.